Hello YT Peeps! So, let's talk about microservice and monolithic. Alam ko marami nang gumawa ng content nito, pero gagawin ko lang bro ito at based on the experience. So, ang microservice is basically, di ba may feature ka, then every feature like the inventory, the HRIS for example, yung mga billing, yung mga iwahiwalay na service siya, magkakaiwalay sila para once na nag-down yung isang specific service, hindi lang distributed yung load. Meaning, dun lang sa specific service na yun, yung load. For example, one good example na nag-implement na pinakasikat is Netflix. So, magkakahiwalay yung mga services nun. Magkakahiwalay yung streaming ng video, magkakahiwalay yung billing, kaya hindi naapektuhan. Ang isa sa pinaka 90s na tinatawag naman monolith, from the word itself, mono means isa, meaning monolithic, isang source code lang siya, then lahat ng services ando na, from authentication to billing, lahat-lahat ng services, kung ano mga information system nando dun, no? And now, kailan ka gagamit ng monolithic at kailan ka gagamit ng microservice? Kung ang requirements mo is hindi naman ganun kalakihan muna, like konti lang naman yung traffic, or wala namang ganong expecting na or maliit lang naman ang project, or you don't expect a large project, syempre, ang i-choose mo muna, ang pipiliin mo ay monolithic. Kasi, bakit? It's an over-engineering kung i-apply mo pa doon yung microservice. With that, then kailangan naman natin magagamit yung microservices. Magagamit mo ang microservice. Actually, ito yung nangyayari. Most of the time, yung mga startup company or yung nag-startup pa lang sa system nila is they develop their system in monolithic. Then they move to microservice kapag tumaas na talaga ang traffic. Kasi with a microservice, kailangan mo ng mas malaking team. At the same time, kailangan mo ng improve or mas number ng DevOps, kasi multiple yung services na ikukumitin, there's a CIDI na integrate mo. So with that, mas maraming tao kang kailangan, no? And then myth busting tayo. So sabi nila na kailangan mo ang pinaka the best architecture ng software ng pag-build ng apps is microservices. It's not always, depending on the requirement ng application or ng system nyo. Pangalawa is monolith is obsolete na or hindi na maaari sa application ngayon. Currently kasi may irony tayo, like way back then, ang problem is scaling, vertically scaling, no? Ang hirap mag-upgrade, ang hirap magdagdag ng resources ng dynamically. So yun nga sa mga cloud, which is a cloud ngayon kasi you can basically upscale na or magdagdag ng resources, and even Google Cloud or AWS, you can do that automatically without restarting your machine. So ang kailangan mo na lang is to add resources, and that will eventually mag-propagate na agad sa mga VMs mo. So yun yung irony, like halos nawawala naman ng, I'm not saying na parang hindi na walang purpose ang microservice just because we can scale vertically. I'm saying na with all the kailangan mong i-sacrifice, is it really worth it na mag-change ka sa microservice? Magsasuffer yung DevOps, magsasuffer yung development, kasi you will require yung mas maraming tao, no? So yun lang masasabi ko. And with that, depende pa rin talaga if really na sobrang mong i-optimize, katulad ng principles natin sa security, ganun din naman sa optimizations ng application. Like optimization and security improvement happens during the time na requirement mo na. Pwede mo naman i-apply pre-development, pero ganito yan, most of the time hindi ka makakapag-solve ng problema kung hindi mo nakikita ang problema. That is one of the software development principles. So you need to at least replicate the issue, replicate the problem before you can come up or formulate with a solution. I believe that would be all in comparing microservice and monolithic deployment or architecture. So maybe soon makakapagbawa pa tayo ng content that will enlighten you guys about cloud engineering naman. So let's explore more on cloud, maybe some more in the network engineering. And that's all for today, and hopefully you like the video at naka-sideways tayo. Gusto ko sana mag-release ng mga games or something like post your home server. Siguro, let's come up with a content na post the picture of your home server, DIY setup. Then, kung sino man ang pinakamaganda, magre-reward tayo ng 500 peso GCash. And that's it for today. Once again, this is ITman PH.
ITman PH. Like, comment, and follow.